relationship does not mean to be a move. It hurts me so bad. Because I was crying. Like, because I like giving them like movie. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time in my channel, my name is Beryl. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Okay guys, so this video is quite personal to me because I promised myself that this year I'm going to be much more, active on my YouTube, and that is what I'm doing. Anyways guys, in this video I'm about to share with you guys, oh my god, I'm shy to say it. Anyways, so I'm telling you guys why I broke up with my first ever serious boyfriend, and I'm going to give you guys the gist of the relationship. Guys, this is basically a story time video, something I don't do, but I'm doing it today because my friend, I don't know if you know her, Blessing, but if you don't, someday you'll meet her in my channel. She's always like, Beryl, you can't tell stories when I have to give them gist. Like your I beg, just gist me. It even gets to the level that she'll say, Barry, watch this movie and tell me the story about the movie, because the way you will give me the gist there, it will be doing me to. Anyways, you guys are about to enjoy that side of me today. Yeah. So let's get into it. Hi guys. Okay, so I'm done setting up my phone. I'm happy now, so I can give you guys the gist. I was about to say this photo, you don't want to know how it looks like. I'm telling you guys in this video, my first ever serious boyfriend, why we broke up, and how we broke up. Anyways, in this video, you learn a lot because I learned from the relationship. So I bet you guys are gonna learn too. Just so you know, I don't know whether I'll call it disclaimer or not disclaimer. I don't like this person again. We're not dating. There's nothing between us and ever will be. Okay, I didn't anything. You guys are my diary for today. So just see it as me talking to my future daughter. First of all, it was a Yoruba demon. When I mean it's a Yoruba demon, if you're not used to the slang, he was a Yoruba boy. So the Yoruba boy that carried my heart, he shattered it like this. Well, let's see. How did I meet him? Before lockdown, that was like 20. I can't remember. When was lockdown? 20 and something. Before lockdown, a friend gave me his number. That friend there. Anyways, so there was this girl now. If you don't know me, I'm an Instagram influencer, whatever, content creator, and all of that. So I kind of have this catchy page. So growing up, I like when I was still growing as an influencer, I take pictures of all. So still, a bit catchy and all of that. So now there's this babe, like I said, texted me via Instagram. She's like, hey, what's up? Like she wants to be my friend. And I don't know if you're a content creator or you sort of like have a catchy Instagram page, you have a lot of people DMing you that don't want to be your friend. But in the end, you don't pick friends like that. So as at then, I was much more younger. Let's say I was like, I can't remember my age, maybe like 18, 19. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let it not look like I snubbed this girl. And I mean, her page was cool. I was like, let me just reply her. We moved to WhatsApp, started talking on WhatsApp. She was cool though, that I can't deny. She's funny, jovial. I like her vibe. Someone that posts my pictures on WhatsApp once in a while and all whatnot. So she posted my picture one day on her WhatsApp, and then she's like, Barry, one of my friends likes you. Apparently, she didn't even say her friend, her best friend. So one of our best friend likes me. I'm like, who is this person? She sent me his picture. I'm like, hope this one is okay. Because first of all, I was looking a bit slim and all whatnot. It was giving, but it was not giving. I'm like, okay, I'll just share my number. She shared my contact. Apparently, me and this guy became status viewer. So when she shared me his number, she shared it with the aim of like, she didn't tell me, Barry, do this, do that. She's like, this is my best friend. He has money. Chop his money. I said, which one be chop money? Although it's not a bad thing, but I'm like, chop his money. I was still small. I don't have sense. So how much did I want to chop? I was like, chop this guy's money. I'm like, this guy. Okay. I should collected his number because in the end, we turned to status viewer. Then we started talking. We talk once in a red moon. Like it's not something that we talk frequently or we just frequently. Someone that will text, hi, what's up, is this? And apparently as at then he was schooling, so he was in Ekiti State University. I mean, I was still in year one, University of Lagos. Yeah, I was still in 100 level. So I'm like, this guy, okay. So one day out of the blues, he texted me, and this is after we've not talked in a while. This is somebody that just views my status and comment. You know how guys are now. When they post my picture, that's when they remember you. He came to Lagos, and then he was in Lagos for a while. So I'm like, cool, good to know you're in Lagos. But he didn't tell me he was in Lagos. We were just texting one day randomly, and he's like, "Ah, one night like that, Sha." The night was going so smooth because this guy was giving this, top notch vibe. We don't talk often, but when we vibe, it's so cool that those people that they are jovial, even from text message. Like you want to keep a conversation with them. So he was one of them, Sha. Then he texted me he's in Lagos, that he was going to the beach. Apparently, look, he was like mommy's boy. So he does, those guys that you can't really go and start telling your parents, regardless of your age. I'm like, okay, that he was going to the beach with his friends that night. Something, one story like that, Sha. I was like, okay, hope you're not saying I should come to the beach. It's like I should come to the beach. Me, as I then I was staying with my sister, my elder sister, that don't used to allow me to go out. She gives me curfew. I come back home 6, 7. Even if I'm in school, they're not born me where I must come back home. People must tell me she reports me to my parents. It's not like they will do anything to me, but I don't want wahala. So that night we talked. After that night, that was when I think us kind of like came into the picture. So after that night, we started talking on phone. I swear to God, this is somebody I will talk to for 5 hours, 4 hours. I'm not even joking. Like sometimes now, as I now that I'm very busy and I have things to do in my time, like what are we talking about? Like there was always a story to talk about. There was always something to talk about with this guy. Like there's no dull moment in him. If we talk about something, like just call a random to just greet him for something. Before you know it, another thing will enter the picture. Before you know, you guys, he was cool. I mean, we had lengthy conversations and it was awesome. I can't deny. So now, fast forward to that time he was home when he came. That's like this is him in Lagos. We now had a time to see, but before we saw, you guys need to hear this story. So there was this time, my junior brothers. I have two siblings, boys. I have four siblings, but two junior brothers. They're twins. So they had JAMB exam. I mean, I've written JAMB before them. If you don't know JAMB is an exam you write in Nigeria if you want to enter higher institution. That's university. So I was like about to write, and they were about to write theirs, and one of them center was close to where me and my sister used to stay. So my mom was like, Barry, you're going to drop this boy in his center. By the way, you wrote the exam in that side tomorrow. Me that don't know road, I should carry my brother that don't know road. No, Abi that does not know road. Well, I shall they do the thing. Obedient child. I went to hunt for the center. So a night before my brother's exam, the night before my brother's exam, I was on the phone with this guy. We talked. Like it was what, I'm gonna sleep by 12. After 12, we'll talk tomorrow. Guy, we talked till 5 in the morning. My brother's exam was for like 8. We were talking. I followed my brother to the center and wanted to sleep. I was just sleeping. I was like, oh, Warren, see what Yoruba demon has done to your life. You did not sleep. You were talking to man. I started vibing more than before. Don't forget, I told you guys we were distance friends. So in my head, I'm like, this guy seems serious, seemed cool. What was my definition of serious? I was already liking him. So I was falling for him because moving now. I already liked his vibe. It was cool. So I had no reason not to. First of all, as at then, I was one. When I mean one, now I've added, but if you don't know me, maybe I'll look for my throwback, so I'll show you. I was slim. I was so slim. So sometimes I was like, I didn't like me. I don't have sense. I'm slim. I'm skinny, man. Although it's not bad, though. Please don't get twisted. The skinny girls are paying. When you are vibing, he's in Lagos, you're in Lagos. Oh, yeah, let's see now. Make we see. Make we know, say no be internet thing. So it sent me his pictures. Apparently, he's not really a picture person. But he was looking fine in the picture. What attracted me to this guy was the fact that he was tall. I like tall guys. And apart from him being tall, what's the word? He was real. I love real people. I like people that are themselves. He was so real. Another thing that attracted me to him was his what's the word? I don't know, a whole lot, Sha. And the fact that he was him. Like that, you cannot explain why you like somebody. So Sha, I shall like this guy. Then he's like, let's see. Then when we decided to meet each other, I'm like, okay, no problem. We apparently then I was doing Austrian job. If you've not watched my video, I made a video where I showed you guys 10 jobs I've done as a student, one of which I said I've done Austrian job. So then I was still doing the Austrian job thing, And this particular day, I didn't have an event to work in, but I'm to wear usher uniform. So like before any event you go to, you wear an usher uniform. So my boss apparently made new set of usher uniforms, and she's like, Barry, come and help me wear outfits so we take pictures. Do you get? So that day I went far. I was at, I don't even know Barua axis, but if you don't, towards Egbeda, that area, Sha, that was where the shoot was, in front of an event center. So I told him that, I'm going to be working that day for my boss. I'll be wearing outfits, take pictures for her. that, but after we can see, is like, okay, no problem. So this is so funny. So we started to see each other that day. Now I saw him. No, okay, I finished my shoot late to start it. Then he was calling because he apparently did not know that area very well too. So I shall directed him. He found his way to where I was. Me, I was shy because I was working with girls. So I was like, let me and this boy just jump our bag. But when I saw him first instance, I'm like, okay, not bad, just there, but not bad. Then we decided to go somewhere to eat. I said to God, you guys went to Mr. Biggs. It was so funny. For the first time. Well, not like it was a planned date though. It was just like, let's meet. Do you get? And then that was the closest place to go to where I was. So because I was already tired. And just so you know, for that shoot, I had to do makeup. You know that kind of makeup that your concealer is already here. Your this thing is here. I was looking ugly that day, like very ugly. I was even shocked. I was like, hey, this guy should not say this guy is ugly, oh, but you know, the glow is internal. It's internal. Anyways, when we saw each other, we went to the Mr. Biggs, whatever. He was like, "Oh, order what you want." Like, as a young girl and a smart girl, you don't order too much when you just meet somebody for the first time. So I just bought what did I buy myself? I think like meat pie or something, nothing really basic, and a drink, like a big drink that two of us could drink. He didn't order anything. As I then know, but when we got into the relationship, now explained to me that they don't have money very well. But thank God I know that too much as at then. So after that day, I went to my parents' house because they stay close to that area instead of coming back to school. So I went to my parents' house. Going back to my parents' house, as at then, I used to take cab, but when your girl was managing money, she cannot be entering cab anyhow. I just was looking forward to enter my boss. Please, yes, you heard me right. So go to my father's house. Like, oh, let me just see you off to where you take wherever I wanted to take. Then we strode. This is so weird. In the market, I'm not even joking. In the market, this guy held my bag. As of then, I was like, gentleman. God, he should have held my bag. I was feeling so special. And then I went to my parents' house. So we're dating now. We're dating. I liked him. He liked me. We're cool. We now became closer because immediately after that first meeting, there was COVID-19. And if you know what COVID-19 was, it was a pandemic. It means you cannot go out of your house. Nobody can go out of the house, see you, that kind of situation. I'm like, oh, God, I beg. But that pandemic brought us closer. Let's say before the pandemic, we were talking, but we're like this. During the pandemic, we became like this, man. We're talking. Guy, this is, the broker herself. You don't have money, but you want to buy airtime to talk to this guy. You want to, we're always talking. We're like paddies. Sometimes my sister is even tired. I don't know why you're always talking to. No, the worst part, we didn't video call, voice call. And then I don't even think I collect money from him, as in. So I was using my money to buy my car though. It's not a bad thing, no, don't get it twisted. Before people come from, it's not a bad thing. But what the? I was talking to him, we're all cool. We went okay after the pandemic. Like I said, the pandemic brought us closer together. We talk every day, almost every minute. He wants to go and buy something, we call me. He wants to go and do something, I'll call him. My sister will piss me off, I will tell him. Is there anything I not tell this boy? I don't know. I was a lover girl, don't blame me. But it's not bad. Be open to your partner. It's a good thing. Then we're so cool after this relationship, during this relationship and pandemic, whatever. The pandemic was coming to an end. I was so happy. She never knew, okay, we'll actually become a really serious thing. He's her best friend. So I'm like, but deep down, I'm like, this girl is not your best friend, though, because she told me to chop your money. She's not your best friend. I'm not Igbo. She's not your best friend. But whatever, Sha. Sometimes we do video calls and we add me to the video call. So she was a paddy. You get? So she, that babe that knows boyfriend and girlfriend together. Nothing extra. I never thought that, anything could stop with them. Or, I never had that mentality. It's not she was really a cool person. Okay. So after the pandemic now, restaurants could not open. So we never went on a serious date, like a first date. Restaurants were not opening and all of that. He was born, I think July or June. I don't know. In case you watch this video, I don't remember your date of birth. So don't again. To say with the date, I feel remember. But I think it's June. I was born June. So his birthday was coming up, and as at then they just released us a bit from the pandemic. Restaurants could now open, even though they were not opening like 24 hours. They had like a time range that they could open, and some restaurants So he's like, oh, his birthday is coming. I'm like, awesome. He's like, oh, let's go on a date. Then he's like, okay, he just wants something simple with his friends and her and normal friends. Me, I clicked. I like the plan. I'm like, what's the enjoyment after this pandemic so far? Well, let's go out, Jerry. We planned this birthday together. Then it was this party that, like, it was not really a party, a hangout. Going to a restaurant and with few friends and eating. He gave this all excited vibe. Like even me when they date the guy as I then, I was not so excited like she was for his birthday. Like there was this energy of what will I wear? What will I do this? I'm like, it's me that's dating this boy. Oh. I was jealous, but local girl got, you gotta act tough. Because we're tough where we come from. Okay, well, long story short, we planned the birthday party. In the day of his birthday, we planned to go out and all of that. Then something happened. Something I couldn't say no to. I'm sorry. Apparently we wanted to move from where we're staying in my former house. Like that's like my parent house. So we're moving from where we were to another house. Do you get? And my two sisters were not available. So apparently I'm going to be the big sister in the picture. So it was to be me, my brothers, and my dad and my mom moving. But my mom, I think she even had work that day. So my dad is like, Beryl, on Saturday we're moving and you have to come home and help me. I'm like, hey, show this man, you have come again, Jesus. And then I was like, God, I beg. Because that Saturday he said I should come home to work rather. That Saturday was how I won't divide myself. So I go tell my mama say, Daddy, no best, I get one boyfriend. He did do birthday. They never bought me where. I was like, God, how am I going to break this news to and perfect fairy tale? And I was like going to miss my first ever birthday with his first ever birthday with me. I was like, God. Anyways, I shall summon courage to tell him. And then he gave the vibe of, oh, it's nothing. Boys now, they are trying to act caring. When they don't say they pay them, it's nothing. Even if you don't come, it's not a big deal. The other birthday celebrate. I'm like, okay. I was like, when she heard about it, she's like, oh, she's not going if I'm not going. That kind of vibe. Like, I'm like, oh, cool. At least she tries to be the girl. Like, then she's like, maybe it's going to be a guy thing. I'm like, cool, no problem. Then the day of the day of his birthday, I woke up, I not even wake up safe because we were walking all through that the packing stuff to move. Do you get? So I was up late and then I wished him happy birthday as at 12. That thing. I don't know if you're not in Nigeria or I don't know. We have this thing of, you feel much more special when someone wishes you happy birthday when it's like 12 p.m. than when they wish you happy birthday after. Like there's something special about that time. So I woke up, I wished him happy birthday. I wrote messages to him. Lover girl, mumu. Lover girl, me. I'm not a mumu, I have sense. Lover girl, I wrote messages to him. And we were cool, we vibe. He was laughing. Like, we were doing video call. This one has sent me money. This one did not send me money. This one has not posted my picture. Guy, we had a really awesome relationship. I can't deny. It was funny. I was like, okay. That night we talked, and as I told him I wanted to go to bed, he shouldn't be mad that because I have a long day the next day. And I don't know what's with if you're moving from your house in this Lagos, you have to move very early in the morning as at 5. So your neighbors will not know you're moving. I don't know brother mentality. Anyways, my daddy too sticks with that mentality. So we're to move very early in the morning. I'm like, God, I beg. So I told him, please, young man, I want to sleep because I know I have a long day tomorrow. Then tomorrow obviously came. As I didn't know he was mad at me that night that I slept early, but if he's watching this video or anybody's watching this video, does it make sense? I had to sleep. Important. Anyway, but maybe he was not so mad. Fast forward to his birthday, like I said, the morning of the birthday, I was in my part of the world moving. Sorry. I was moving out of my house with my parents and my brothers. So guys, rather, when we got to the new place that we're moving into, something was just wrong. There was no light. And it was not a situation of there was no light as in NEPA has not brought light or something. So the situation as in light has not been connected into our house. I was like, good. Oh yeah, call the guy that will connect lights. They use 1 year to call. That one has not yet come. My battery was at like 2%. It was just everything was just not going well that day. I was just mad. But deep down, I was busy. So when you're busy, it's like taking away your mind from something. But at the same time, I was feeling bad that I could not call him or ask him what's up. Then I managed to use my power bank to charge my phone to like 5%. Then I called him, his number didn't go through. And then I called my best friend. Yeah. Sometimes I don't call him my best friend, I call him my brother because if I say my best friend, people will be reasoning rubbish. Bestie. Nah, it's more like my brother, Fikayo. Because he also knows him. So I'm like, I wish him happy birthday and ask him how his day is going. I should not be angry that I've not called him. I don't know say I put kerosene inside fire. I go call boy, make it tell boy something. No make sense now. Now I know say it no make sense. As I then I was like, it's normal, it's natural. What's there? Then I called him. But as at then now, we had a generator, obviously. So my parents were like calling someone to, on the gen and do that. Almost as me on gen, I saw gen off. I said that day was just somehow. As the gen just went off, they now called the gen guy to repair what's up. The guy said, oh, he needs to buy this. Oh, yeah, go and buy it. They gave him money. This guy didn't come till the evening. So apparently my phone was off all through that day. Ha! When the chef finally came, when my evening, I'm talking of evening as in like 7 o'clock already. In night itself, because it was dark. My mommy was angry. Everybody was angry that we paid this guy, come and do this thing now. Me, my own, they know I was angry, but they don't understand my own anger. My anger was, I'm not talking to my love of my life for that time. I was like, God, as I then I'm like, okay. If you are doing your birthday, you want to be their story or status or Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat, there must be update now. My spirit now said I should go to WhatsApp. I now viewed somebody's status. First of all, attended the birthday party. That was the highlight. I was like, girl, you said you wasn't gonna go to this party. Why are you in this party? That's like the first thing. I'm like, God, what is this? Only for me to keep viewing. Then I see a video of him and her. That's this cruise kind of guy that he catch cruise a lot. So sometimes you don't need to read too much meaning to some things he does. But as I then I was mad. I was like, what's this rubbish? They were crossing their legs. I used to call it cross leg, cross leg. I saw a video of them crossing their leg. Like she was showing her heels, he was showing his sneakers. I'm like, hey, really? Oh my god, this must be something. I was so sad. I saw that thing pay me. I viewed that status so because me as I then I was younger, so I didn't really have sense. Do you get? So I'm like, oh, could it be that? And I'm somebody that I'm just obsessed with acting mature. I don't know why. I like doing the mature way out. So I'm like, okay, could it be me that is reading too much meaning to it? Could it not be a big deal? And I screen record though, and I sent it to like two of my male friends. I'm like, you guys, Joe, let me judge the situation. Help me judge this matter. Is it that I was extra or I wasn't, or what's actually happening? And then one guy is like, Beru is this one that did this nonsense. What's this? Doesn't know who your friends are. And I'm like, But anyways, that person is Chisel was giving me that. No, it don't make sense, man. It don't make sense. That's when me trying to ask someone courage that. Yes, it doesn't make sense. It was paining me. But I was trying to swallow it. I was hot, but I was swallowing it. As far as his birthday, let me not be the one to ruin his day. Or, girls, they will say we have Allah. I told the other person to feel it felt like it didn't make sense. And I noticed she also posted it on her status, but I didn't, I know they did time now. The guy did it. I left her alone. At the same time, I come to think of it, you're a girl and you have a friend as a girl. How do you want her to feel? Like, I have emotions. Okay, ignoring that, the next day we were talking, but I was hot, but I was giving him attitude in the conversation. I was just like, at the verse, but I don't want, hit the nail on his head, and this is why I'm angry with him. I was so mad. I was like, what's the meaning of this nonsense? I was just giving him attitude though. How was your birthday? Hope it was fine. Deep down, no, I'm not saying it, I'm just saying it for my chest, for formality's sake. Later that night, we talked, but still I was giving him, he slept off self. Which one be we talk? He slept off. There was a particular season the next day I had time, then I was like, let's sort out this bullshit. And I confronted him. Then he's telling me, oh, that was a big deal, we did not rate it, sorry. But he was angry with me, so I'm like, why are you angry with me? He was like, when he went to get his birthday cake, he was with his friends when Fikayo called him and the phone was on speaker, only for his guys to equally hear a guy calling him to wish him happy birthday, and that's how his day is going for his girlfriend. Like, it felt somehow. I don't know, say pain him, so I tell him sorry for peace to reign. So fast forward, we were dating. This situation just made me like, I'm like, nah, this is zero. Girl, we're not friends. I think look, I should give her distance. Because my distance is obvious distance. I will block you everywhere. But I might not block you. I might block you in some places, not in some places. I like when I want to give you distance, I give you obvious distance. Like, because why not? I shall give the girl distance. Maybe she noticed. I don't even care to now. But I just didn't want to be a friend. Thing with this lovey-dovey couple, spoiling me like that. Was just trying, but as I then was trying because he was a young guy. It's not easy. But I appreciated everything he did as I then, and then he was cool, sha. We had ups and downs in the relationship, frustrating days. Fast forward to the highlight of the frustrating days that made us have our first ever breakup. So yeah, in this relationship, We've broken up like a million times, but the ones that we count are the ones that makes us, say we're not doing as in we're not doing again. Next thing that happened that made us have our first ever mini breakup party. I went to my friend's party. She did a birthday party on the island. It was like a service apartment thingy. I went to the party. I had fun. I went to my friends. It was fun. I came back the next day. I'm so transparent. If you're dating me, I'm very, very transparent. I'm that girlfriend that'll tell you this is where I am, this is what I'm doing. Because I don't like boredom. So I'm a lively person. So anything I do, I tell you. I need advice, I ask you. So I told him, he knew I was going for the birthday. I mean, this guy even sent me money when I was going for the birthday, like, use it for your transportation. I was like, gentleman, thank you. So I went for a party. It was fun. When I came back home, I was like, I'm coming to my parents' side because most times you meet close to my parent axis because he stays in between. So that's like closer to him than even coming towards wherever I stay. So I called this guy and I'm like, oh, I'm coming home. I was even in a bus going home when I told him I was coming to my parents' house. He's like, oh, nice. Then later he called me in that same bus. He's like, oh, he's going somewhere. I'm like, oh, cool, enjoy. He's like, he said it like, oh, I'm going out with one of my friend or with my friend. I'm like, cool, enjoy, have fun. To me, it was a normal thing. I mean, I'm literally coming from a party, so what's there? Have fun. I don't know, say now opposite gender. Oh. So I got to my parents' house. We were cool. I had this friend then. We're still friends. We're not so close like before. Precious, Perfect. So Precious and I stay in the same area. So Perfect was like, you know what, girl? Let's go home. I took a break. I want to eat. Sorry for this noise. What's the one? My microphone is low already, so I want to charge it a bit and eat. So I'll continue the story. Allow me. It's fruit. What I used to deceive myself. This is actually very late too. But when I eat fruit in the night or in the midnight, I'll be like, it's going to digest quickly, so I'll not get fat. But I lie. Okay, guys, fast forward to Precious in my house. Precious was in my house, then she left my house and went home. Then I think she now called me, Barry, what's up? Have you seen status? I'm like, she's my head. I was like, oh, send me the status, just record and send to me. God bless you, bro, this screen recording option. She sent it to me, and apparently, when he said he was going out, he went out with a girl, and they went to like 3 different places. I think it was a lot. I don't know whether I'll say it was cheating, but I mean they're not dating. Anyways, but he was going out with a girl, and he never told me he was going. I just told him he was going out with a friend. He never stated the gender. If he knew it was a girl, I mean, why didn't you just say it was a girl you were going out with? Because that way I won't judge, or I won't have a reason to judge because he told me. But I'm like, well, that thing sharping me. When she sent me the screen record, immediately I forwarded it to him. But that was when he knew she's the one that sent it to me. Because if I knew then, I would have, cropped the name and do all the smart things. When I saw it, I'm like, God. After, as at that, I just felt like, okay, me and this guy, we go out once in a while, but you're going out with another girl, and you guys have gone to like 3 different places. Guys, they went to Cubana, not the club, the one in the Keja, the fun place. They just went to like 3 different places. They were having so much fun. I was posting this girl. The height of it all was it blocked me from seeing everything. So there's nothing that could just say, oh, she was even a friend. If she was a friend, why did you block me? Men and they are liar. I just didn't want to hurt you. You're a liar. For saying that you're a liar. And you see me as a mumu. Because don't I have sense? Don't I think? Anyways, after seeing it now, quick to action, I blocked his father. I blocked him everywhere. I was like, I'm not game. He's like, what happened? I didn't even give him, because me, I will not even give you room to explain yourself, especially when you don't deserve one. Just, make yourself scarce. Get out. I'm not game. For days, he was calling me. I was not interested. And I was in my parents' house. As I then didn't even know their side very well. So I was just happy that I'll show this boy Pepe. I was not talking to him. I don't even know whether I felt it. Only God knows. Because men, we cannot talk. We can't even predict their feeling. He was sharp calling. He was begging me. I was like, you this young man, you this fraudster. You lied to me. You hurt me. I was not even giving him listening ears, like I said, until he now shocked me. Oh. This boy came to my father's house. As at like, was it 8 in the morning? Yes, 8 in the morning. My daddy was at home that day. See, it's God that just saved that young man. My daddy was in the parlor. My brother just called me that there's a delivery guy outside. I'm like, the delivery guy for me. And me, apparently, I'm the big sister. Even though I don't see them so much, I'm like, I beg gonna carry it. Help me collect it from the dispatch rider. One now came back to tell me that the dispatch rider said that he cannot give it to him. That I have to come and collect it myself. Me, the anger, pain, everything, aggro inside of me came out. I was like, one thing I've not sent dispatch rider is that one. Out of anger, I wanted to go out and say, what's this rubbish? Since when did we start picking who will collect our goods. Can't you see that is my number that is there? That kind of thing. Only for me to go outside. My brother was like, shh. I'm like, yeah. My brothers used to hear of him, but they never knew him. I'm like, this boy came to my house in the morning around like 8. Thank God my daddy was inside because if not, two of us now go chop the beating. I was like, he was begging me. He wore hoodie, I cannot forget. He was begging me. And I told you guys we just moved to this house. So I don't know anybody in the streets. I was like, okay, yeah, let's walk. He was begging me, he knelt down, was begging me. Yeah, he cannot sleep, cannot do that. Man, they can lie. There was this day you're white. I was like, I should have pitied him. Not just because of pity, because Mumuna, I obviously like him. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let him just lie. So we dated for like a year. No, not up to a year plus, because we never celebrated an anniversary, but it was very close to a year because it was fun. We're still having issues. Everything is piled up. First of all, I'm doubting your friend, and I got really uncomfortable. Other than that, there were more things that occurred. Then the one that now made me say, I gotta pick up my bags and walk out of this relationship was when something happened. Like I said, I'm not someone that hide my emotions. I'm someone that's real. I don't like you. I tell you I don't like you. I like, even if I don't tell you bluntly, I show I don't like you. Like that's me. I don't know why. But I don't have a problem with him being friends. You guys were friends even before we met. So that shouldn't affect your relationship with her. But I have a problem with, doing some things that I don't know, that are just awkward with another girl. I just have a problem with it. So sometimes when they have to go out, group hangouts, I'm kind of uncomfortable, but I'll not say, I'll just be like, let it slide. Table don't turn. Why does it feel like rain wants to fall? I should keep this here. I want to open my blind. Sorry. This is better so it doesn't come out. I didn't wish happy birthday. People should not be angry. I don't have to fake it. But he said, oh, she's doing this party. I'm like, oh, cool, go for it. I was like, I like, she's a friend now. You know what? Turn up now. It's like, should we go together? Me, I know that question was cruise question. I'm loving this breeze, shout. Leave it. That question was cruise question. Go together as per this girl is somebody I don't like. What do I want to go and do in a party? Break her head? No, it's not my calling. So, long story short, I allowed him to go. I'm a jealous girl, but it doesn't mean I don't have sense. They're friends. So there's this part I don't know how to add, but I think I should just add this for transparency's sake. When he went for this party now, out of that day, I was even quite busy. I didn't even notice anything. I was happy he went for the party, honestly. But me, I went to view status because I was like, normal, you're going for your friend's party. You should post her. It's her birthday. At least post on your status to wish her happy birthday. Out of curiosity, me, I went to view his status. My reason for viewing his status was because I wanted to read the caption he wrote for her, whether I wrote my best friend, my this, I shall check. I don't see Baba status. I say, I be no post am, which is not possible. So that was when I became rather much more curious. I was like, you know what? Let me do my findings because in case you can't watch this video, I will not say it. Let me do my findings. I called one or two. Obviously, this guy is so smart. If he wants to block me, he will not just block me. He will block me and my squad. So if you are related to me in any way, you know me, he will block you. So nobody covers him. He has learned his lesson from the first one. So smart guy now. Called somebody, Sha. I'm not going to reveal. Then I'm like, oh please, with sense, can you help me just screen record this person's status? I'm not seeing something. I just want to check something. That one is like, no, you can't help. I'm like, what's there? Just send me that. I shall bribe that one as the Nigerian in me. Please, 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 I'm patriotic. I'm like, please, I teased him and he's like, he shared it. What I saw. Hey. And my mouth cannot say it all. So after that, first of all, before this girl's birthday, he told me, oh, yeah, he had money. It's not like anything big, but he couldn't access some money, and he's like, oh, Barry, can you borrow me like 50K or so? Please don't get twisted. I did not have money that time. I think I don't know, Sha. Either I had work or something. I should had up to that amount. Then he's like, oh, he's gonna give me the next day because he wanted to go for a party now and needed cash on him, and bank was showing him paper. So I borrowed the money that day. So he was to give me the next day. Only for me to see this boy in party, spraying money, dancing. I'm like, wonderful. Wonderful. I'm like, well, that was the turn off. And then the dance part of the story that pained me, he was dancing with not the kind of, we're not dating dance. It was the intense dance. I don't have a problem with dancing intense. I have a problem with dancing intense and posting it. Like say you no get babe. So I'm like, that was it. That was a turn off. This nigga, you got some effrontery. You got some what? That's in sharping. No, I can't lie. That day I slept. Let's say me and my sister were sleeping in the same bed. I slept the other way around because I didn't want to see her see me. I was crying. Like I was crying like a baby. I've never cried for a guy like that. I was crying. I was so pained. And I didn't tell him my story to me. I didn't tell him anything. I was like, okay. He called me, babe, I've gotten home from the party. I'm like, oh cool. No why? Now I wanted to collect my 50K back home because relationship does not mean to be a move. I shall waited the next day when he sent me my money, when he went to bank and did all the shit. Then and I calmed down and I sent him a love message. And I sent him 11 minutes voice note. See that voice note, I was just praying for him. I warned him. I was like, see, me, I'm not doing again. Oh. You see this, don't I'm not game again. Was scatter. I just know you brought this upon yourself. I never cheated on you. I was so emotional in that voice note. I never did this, I never cheated, I never did this. But you're the only one. And I think I deserve better. I just sent one voice note. I cried in that voice note. I think I was like 7 minutes into the voice note, I was crying. Like because I liked him then, like then we broke up. And I warned him, nobody should call me and beg me because you're not going to do the one that, oh, you call your friend to beg me. If they beg me, I'll block them and I'll insult them. Don't come and don't do the pity boy side of the story. And yeah, that was why we broke up. Because he also blocked me. So my pain was he blocked me. Another thing was he was dancing with his girl, whatever. You said she's your friend. And you know the worst part? I don't know if you guys can remember. The first girl that was like he went out with that they went to different places. This girl came to the party too. They danced together. Investigator babe, I'm not going to investigate so much now because I don't want to give myself in any relationship I currently am, I might be in, whatever. I know they do pass myself on, but I got really hurt and it hurts me so bad. That's not even the end of the story. God, you guys, then we broke up. Then this boy shall use the word to beg me. I did not hear him. I insulted him. I've never insulted a guy the way I insulted him. I insulted him physically, self. Yeah, I was not mature. People should not blame me. I was hurt. Insulted him physically. Because he came to my star house to beg me. I'm like, what's the connection, nigga? That was when I even got much more mad. That day I just woke up in the morning. They're like, oh, someone's looking for you. I'm like, who's looking for me? I'm like, hey, Nibo, you have the ghost, the infantry. I insulted him. I was just insulted. I was just pouring out my heart, and that was when we actually broke up for real. We were not dating for months. I remember going on a movie date with a friend, yeah, and then I think I talked about this, and the guy made me realize that that's not enough reason for a breakup. I'm sorry to break your heart. That's enough, more than enough reason to break up with somebody. Then we departed ways, and fate brought us together again, maybe for more lessons. Then these are us not talking for like almost a year. Then all of a sudden, somebody slid into my DM or called me, and another chemistry began. I'm so disappointed in myself. Love her girl. But in my head, I'm like, this guy, what's all this rubbish? Why are you here? What do you want? And then we now started vibing again. As at this time around, I was scared to whether I wanted to be with him, whether I didn't want to be with him, whether I wanted chemistry, whether I didn't want chemistry. I was scared. But I think what even we should have thought each I don't know, it was in Abuja, came to Lagos. Well, this I did not expect it, but it happened kind of conversation. That was it. And we met each other again. Then all of a sudden we decided to start again. I used to post this boy. Oh. I didn't say this since I'm a lover guy. I used to post him. Everybody knew that I was dating him. I was like, if we come back, I'm not posting anything. And I was doing the no posting game. But then something broke us completely after this. This was when we were together. I really liked him. Was writing exam. We're all cool. We're happy together. It was like this is what I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Even though I was younger that day, I said that was how I felt. Only for one day. First of all, we went out. We're in Eco Hotel, yeah, one night. And then it was close to my exam period, and I don't use my books to play. But I was like, oh, let me just see this guy now. We just strolled together. I came back to my house. We were cool. Later that night, he's telling me, oh, he wants to tell me something. I'm like, what does this guy want to tell me? Because he's always telling me, he has been saying that in stylishly then. He's always like, hope if I leave you, you can cope, all those type of talk. Like, I'm like, nigga, are you living somewhere? Which one is if you leave me? Can you do long distance? I'm like, what's all this talk? I better go, make I know. Then he's telling me he's traveling. And he's not telling me he's traveling next month. He's telling me he's traveling 2 days from now, 3 days from now. I'm like, how? Tears rolled down my eyes. Relocated. So he's not in Nigeria again. So as at then I was like, God, what is happening? And I felt bad. I was angry with him. I was like, nigga, why did you come into my life if you know you was gonna leave? Why? You should have just left, you know? That was how I felt. Ah no, that night I cried. I cried. And I didn't want it to get to me because I had an exam and GP Nikoko. I was like, ah, no, I was so sad. I've never, I think that was even the major heartbreak because that broke me. And then he's like, oh, when we now saw each other, we're trying to make it work. Like, okay, a few days before he goes, let's like try to spend much time with each other. Work. I just had my exams, and then the day he was to travel, I was sick, so I couldn't follow him to the airport. But what do you want me to do? Then I was really down with malaria. And then after he got to where he was going to, we were talking, we're trying to make the relationship work. But sadly, I think long distance ain't my thing. I didn't want to be having IBP every day. So we had to like cut it short and we ended the relationship. And that was why we broke up. So can we ever come back? I'm not sure. Currently as a girlfriend, and myself, am I in a relationship? You will know soon. Well, yeah, we everything that happened, we just couldn't do long distance. It was not my thing. Are we still friends? Yes, we are still friends. We're not enemies. I don't ever, if I date you or we ever had a thing, like I don't call it experience. So I mean, I count you as my ex. I don't block you or anything. You have to see me glow, see me, see me be me. Yeah. Anyways, guys, so we've come to the end of this video. This was really a whole lot of story. I know you guys enjoyed this story. So yeah, I like being personal sometimes. I hope you guys really enjoy. I hope you learned from it. I don't know if there's something really important to learn, but I hope you shared something, you got to know me better. And that was my first ever serious relationship because I like the other I was dating. Yeah, I can call him another. I have every right. In case he's watching this video, you are not there. So guys, that's the end of the video. I just want to remind you to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you are bored, come to my channel. There is a lot of ginger, a lot for you guys to watch, listen to. You guys gonna love it. You're gonna love it here. Anyway, see you guys in my next video. Please comment any video you'd love to see me make soon. Whatever you want to know, you drop video suggestions in my comment section. Share this video, like, subscribe, and I love you guys. Have a great week. Ciao.